Hi everyone and welcome to today's video of ZK Studies, where we will be taking a look at the xylem and phloem. So the xylem and phloem are two examples of vascular tissues, and plants need these in order to transport resources to various parts of their organs. So unlike smaller unicellular organisms, which can rely on passive methods of transport alone, plants, animals, any larger multicellular organisms with smaller surface area to volume ratios need these specialized structures and surfaces. So without further ado, let's take a look. Now, the xylem is one vascular bundle which helps transport water and mineral ions. So water and mineral ions are transported. And these substances are only transported in one direction, so they only move from the roots upwards through the plant. Because this is the case, we call flow in the xylem unidirectional. Uni meaning one. It's only upwards. Now, the cell walls of cells in the xylem are strengthened by a substance called lignin, and this is very woody. It provides the cells with a lot of structure and support. Cell wall strengthened by lignin. Providing structure and support. It's also important to know that the xylem is made up of dead cells, so they're not living. Which contrasts with the cells of the phloem, which we will talk about later. And these cells have no end wall perforations. So it means that the xylem acts as a continuous hollow tube. Also note that transport in the xylem is a physical process. Okay, so water and mineral ions, unidirectional flow, lignin, not living, no end wall perforations, and the process is physical. Let's move on to the phloem now. So the substances which are transported through the phloem include sucrose and amino acids, and unlike flow in the xylem, which is unidirectional, flow in the phloem is from source to sink, so it's basically transported to any part of the plant which requires these substances. And this is part of a process known as translocation, which involves the movement of food molecules. So for example, the source, or where these food molecules are made, could be the leaf, and then the phloem vessel transports these from the leaf to various parts of the plant which require them. For example, growing plant parts, storage organs, or developing seeds. Storage organs could be bulbs or tubers. And developing seeds. Now, the cell walls of cells in the phloem are made up of cellulose as opposed to being strengthened by lignin. And they also provide structure and support, especially against turgor pressure. So I want to note, while sucrose and amino acids are the substances being transported, they are ultimately dissolved in water. So that's why the phloem is still going to have to experience some turgor pressure. And it's exactly what the cellulose cell walls help the cells withstand. Support and structure. And the cells in the phloem are living cells. They are known as companion cells, which are attached to these sieve tubes. With end wall perforations, which mean that the cytoplasm is attached from one cell to the next. And what these companion cells do is they help generate energy for this process to occur, because unlike transport in the xylem, which is purely physical, transport in the phloem is active and requires energy. Okay, so sucrose and amino acids are transported. They move from source to sink, so it's not necessarily unidirectional flow, because they can move both upwards and downwards, as depicted here. Cell walls made of cellulose, companion cells, sieve tubes, which are living as opposed to non-living cells in the xylem, and finally, the process of transport is active. So I hope this helped you understand more about the differences between xylem and phloem vessels.